Okay, we are live with Louisville Metro Animal Services. And Jerry Foley, Assistant Director, is here to talk to us about a very, very serious issue right now, which is the problem of the community not keeping their dogs contained, spayed and neutered, chipped with collars and tags. For the first time since this administration took over LMAS is having to euthanize animals for space. And that goes against every grain in your body, Jerry Foley. Time and space is not ever an issue. 95% live release rate you've maintained for years. Now you are having to euthanize. Talk to us about the demand and the need for fosters and adopters right now.
Right. Well, let me start out with saying we'd hoped we'd never get into this situation. But here we are, and we find ourselves. And we've never put out a call for help before. I'm sorry, I've got this woman waving at me like crazy behind here. Can you?
Hang on, I'll let her in. You keep talking.
All right. Well, okay. So I never felt like we would find ourselves in this situation because we do so many things right here to not have this happen. But
absolutely.
You know, I think there's 2 or 3 reasons why we are where we are, and one of them is that we just need people to take care of their animals and do the right things with them. So we're living day to day right now. We don't really have any kennel space, and we are really, really concerned that this weekend with July 4th coming up.
Yep.
Historically, that's been a really bad weekend for us with people's dogs get afraid of the fireworks and they run away.
Exactly.
So one thing I think we could start with is please keep your dog up during the July 4th holiday for the fireworks because, you know, it takes up a kennel space when we have to take them in.
All right, let's talk numbers, Jerry. How many spaces do you have in LMAS to accommodate dogs? What's the normal kennels? What's the normal giant total kennel space?
We could normally hold 165 dogs pretty comfortably.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And right now, how many kennels do you have open?
We're living day to day. Yesterday, I think we were down to 4 kennels.
Jeez.
Today we have 11, but I don't think that's going to hold up because we're getting ready to open the lobby up and people will start coming in.
Well,
we're the only stray holding facility in Jefferson County.
That's right.
We are the only outlet for stray, injured, sick, aggressive dogs.
Well, I actually just saved you one outside.
Well, I appreciate
that. I
that.
asked a guy if he could please try to hold on to the animal over the weekend, and he said yes. So that's a good thing.
Well, we work real hard with that stray foster program,
Yes.
and it's been a good program for us. And,
Yep.
you know, if you get a stray and you're willing to foster the dog, I mean, I took a dog home last night. I'm fostering.
I bet you
for the
did.
shelter.
Yeah.
So we'll get you crate, food, medical, anything you need to be able to keep that dog safely.
You know, here's the thing. The employees here work so hard day and night
They do.
to care for dogs, to rehabilitate dogs, to enrich dogs, and they're the first line of defense against euthanasia. And I know
It's
just
a
talk to me
heartbreaker.
about a shelter employee's experience with having to euthanize in a no-kill shelter.
Well, it's terrible because you're taking care of that animal every day. You're feeding, taking care of the needs, and a dog grows to love you, and you love the dog, and it's a horrible thing to have to ask someone to go back there and euthanize an animal simply because we're out of kennel space.
Yeah. So one of the major things that we need in Kentucky is better animal welfare laws. We already know that.
We all agree on that.
We work with the legislature on that. We need more people to take responsibility for their animals.
If pet owners could help us out by taking responsibility for their own pets, it would be a godsend.
Yeah. So keeping them inside over the weekend instead of leaving them out in the yard where the fireworks can scare them is a big thing.
It is.
And what if we find a stray dog this weekend that is not sick, injured, or aggressive? What if we just find a healthy stray? What do you ask us to do?
Well, we're asking you to come in and we'll do the paperwork. We'll vaccinate it. We'll give you your dog food. We'll fill out a little paperwork. So if the owner finds it, we can get a hold of you. But if you absolutely can't, then I don't want that dog out on the street. So, you know, bring it to us and we'll do the right thing with it.
Yeah. Now, here's the really hard part. And I want you to tell this because it's critically important that people know what happens when you have to euthanize a dog. Describe that experience.
Well, I mean, we call it putting it to sleep.
Yes.
You know, we call it euthanizing. Those are all nice names for something. Basically, you're killing that animal.
Yes.
And sometimes it is necessary for medical, for aggression, public safety. But it's a shame when you have to euthanize an adoptable animal. And we haven't done that in 5 years here.
That's the heartbreaking
Yeah, it
part,
is.
to
So-
have a 95% live release rate and then to
Right.
have to euthanize because of lack of space. So fosters and adopters need to come in right now. It's almost 12 o'clock, right?
Right.
Almost 12 o'clock. You're open till 6.
Yes.
What's the weekend schedule going to be?
Well, Saturday's a normal day for us. You know, we'll be open for intake and adoption from 12 to 6. On Sunday, Animal House will be adopting from here from 12 to 6. Intake, the gate will be closed on Sunday, but we will be here. If you have a stray, sick, injured, or aggressive, you can hit the intercom button, or you can call the number on the gate, 502-475-3787. That's our animal care phone. We'll answer and we will intake the stray dog for you.
That's very important. So at all costs, if you find a stray this weekend, please try to keep it with you safe until the end of this very, very busy holiday, which will be Tuesday.
Right.
And if you cannot do that, follow the instructions Jerry just gave you. That's very, very important.
On July 4th, we are going to be open. Intake's going to be open from 12 to 6.
Normal day on Monday. Normal business day. That's what
Yes.
Ozzy said. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, you know, you and Ozzy are very forthright with me all the time.
Well, we're always transparent because, you know, you want to tell the truth about these
Well,
things.
when I heard his voice saying, we're going to have to euthanize within 48 hours if we don't get relief and if the community doesn't step up, it just absolutely broke my heart.
And he's never said that. We've
I've
never said
never
that
heard him say
since, yeah.
Nope.
Like I say, you have to be honest with these things. You
Yep.
know, trying to, you know, BS people is never going to get you where you need to get. I'm just being honest here, right?
Right.
Again. So you have to do a call to the community. But, you know, we've never done this in 5 years because we don't cry wolf here.
No, and you hear other shelters across Kentucky screaming and crying all the time, come and get your dogs or we're going to euthanize.
I'm telling you.
Let's talk about dogs who are in the shelter that have been picked up, that have fines accrued, and people are afraid to come because they can't pay the bill.
There's not going to be any cost here. Yeah, we're waiving all redemption fee. We're doing everything we can on our end to not euthanize for time and space.
Yes.
So if your dog or cat's here, redemption fees are waived. Please just come get your animal. And then adoption fees, you know, I think it's, what is it? It's free now too. Is that correct?
What I understood,
Yeah,
and you can
so-
tell me if it's true, what I understood is there is no penalty to come and reclaim your dog
There's
right now.
not. There's not.
And that's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
12 to 6
Yes.
Saturday, 12 to 6 Monday. And if you absolutely cannot hold on to a stray on Sunday, 12 to 6, come and ring the bell at the gate. Somebody
Yeah.
will answer.
Or you can call our phone number that's listed on the sign. We're here for you. You know, we'll probably see the influx will be July 5th, probably the
That's
day after
correct.
July 4th.
Yep.
Is when we typically, you know, I was just looking at our data. We typically see a lot of dogs coming in here on July 5th. So
Ozzy told me an astonishing number that you've taken in over 700 dogs this month.
we have.
That's sickening.
I mean, I was looking at the amount of animals that went out to rescue. It was a great number. And adoption numbers are pretty good, but we're just fighting against the you know, the wind here. I mean,
The
it's-
strays.
Yeah. I think there's several, you know, with the COVID thing.
Yes.
We're you know, I think we're looking at a lot of reasons, but you know, when people stayed home from COVID, the quarantine, a lot of people went and adopted dogs
Exactly.
to keep company,
Yes.
right? And now they're bringing them back. I mean, like you said, it's nationwide.
Yes.
It's not just here in Louisville, it's nationwide.
That's right.
Our rescue partners will normally be able to take animals. They're full.
Yeah, every rescue, every shelter. So here's the good news. There is a transport going out to other states next week
There is.
because honestly, every rescuer's dream is to get dogs out of Kentucky
Right.
because of our crappy animal welfare laws. So a transport is going out, but it's not till next week. I think
And
it's the 10th.
and it's very limited on the amount of animals that the rescue can take.
That's right.
I mean, if we had a rescue take them, I'll throw them in a minivan. We'll go now, me and you.
Yep.
We'll go take dogs.
I'll
But
do it.
I know you would.
I'm
I know
up
you would.
for it. All right, so there's a call to action for rescues. If anyone has space, if anyone can take dogs, contact Jerry Foley at LMAS today.
Yes.
That's a
yes.
very important thing. If you have the ability to foster in your home for just a few days, short term, please do that. If you are looking to adopt, you have big dogs, you have small dogs. Talk about the
Yes.
variety. Everybody says, oh, they only have pit bulls.
That's
No,
not
that's
true.
not true.
That's not true.
And pit bulls are great dogs anyway, so whatever.
And then, you know, one problem too, we're seeing more puppies now than I've seen in years. I've been
Oh.
doing it since 1985.
Yes.
You know, most of the veterinarians were not able to do spay neuter during the quarantine, the shutdown for COVID.
That's
So
right.
we're also paying a price for that because I've never seen so many puppies
Yes.
as we're seeing this year.
Yes. And pit bulls have 12 puppies.
They do. They
It's
do.
not even funny how quickly they replicate.
They're really good moms. They
Spay,
are.
neuter, snip, chip, and tag.
Right.
All of that can be done at LMAS
Yep.
at no cost.
All
You can get
yeah.
vouchers. You can get them fixed. You can get their vaccinations. There's no reason not to do this, Jerry.
All these things you just mentioned are really important to combine. They're all equally important. Spay, neuter, microchipping. Microchipping
God,
is so important because
yes.
we can get that animal back to the owner.
Yeah, and we can take it directly back if we pick it up on the street, which is the greatest thing. So,
You know, we don't want to bring people's animals in. Our officers take them right back to their house, knock on the door, try and get their animals reunited with them.
yep, I appreciate you so much for taking the time, and I know you've got to get back to work, so I'm going to let you do that.
And we appreciate you and we hope the community will help us out.
I hope they will too, guys. Today's the call to action. LMAS is in danger of having to euthanize for space for the first time in 5 years. We've already lost a couple. We don't want to lose any more. We need you to come today to foster short-term or adopt today at, give us the address, Jerry.
3528 Newburg Road, 40218 is the
Just
zip
south
code.
of the Waterson, right
Yes.
across from the place where they have all the snow machinery stacked up on Newburg
They
Road.
do, yes.
Thank you, Jerry Foley, Louisville
Thank
Metro
you.
Animal Services. We appreciate you. Get out and do it, guys.